Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. Today I present the Bruichladdich Islay Barley, a new bottle in the year 2014, one of four which are in the moment produced by the Bruichladdich distillery, which was sold in 2012 from local investors to the big company Remy Cointreau. So this one is 6 years old. It's distilled in the year 2007 and it's filled in the bottle with an astonishingly 50% ABV, and it's made from barley grown on the Isle of Islay. Bruichladdich has contracts with, I think, 16 local farmers, and they provide the barley for the distillery, let's say for the Islay and local barley part of the distillery, of the range, the whiskey range of the distillery. So this year, this vintage 2007, is from Rockside Farm, and here they write Mark and Rohaise French and their family have farmed 2,500 acres at Rockside on the wild west coast of the Rins of Islay for over a quarter of a century. They raise cattle, grow barley and keep horses for their riding school. Please take your riding lessons before tasting the whiskey at Bruichladdich whenever you visit Islay. On land that is also carefully managed to preserve an ideal habitat for rare birds and plants. Optic, a premium variety of barley for malting and distilling single malt whiskey, was planted in the rich marine loams of the Big Minister's Field at Rockside. Sowed in the spring, it grows well during the long daylight hours of the Scottish summer. The Isle of Islay is quite in the north, and the nights are very short in summer, so you need a crop, a barley, which uses up all the light it gets from the long days. Ripens in autumn and develops a short, stiff straw to stand up in the face of salt-laden winds that drive in off the Atlantic. Yes, the west coast of Islay is very much exposed to these storms driving in. Überprovenance, yes, this German word, Übercars. Islay Barley Series. Islay, the most fertile of the hybrids, was once home of 20 distilleries. 4,000 acres of land was manually reclaimed by great human effort to grow malting barley. Later, more modern distilleries required even larger volumes, and these were imported by Puffer. Local production ultimately ceased after World War I. The link was lost. Our aim and our mission is once again to source as much barley as possible from Islay. As I said, 16 farms, as I heard, are under contract with Bruichladdich. Today, 10 farms grow for us on the island. I heard of 16, so perhaps 6. No. Providing a wide variety of identifiable terroir that is fascinating to experience, intriguing to taste, and unprecedented in the industrialized world of Scotch whisky. There are very few single malt whiskies which show the type of barley they use. There are a few. I already had some. If I remember right, I looked them up. I show you here. One is from Arran. Beer barley, it was called. Another, I think, from Tomaten. Yeah, probably. We have a passionate belief in our barley, no mere commodity It is the essential raw material of single malt whiskey. From this cereal, the most flavor complex spirit in the world is made for us. It is the living expression of the land that gave birth to it, of the terroir that influences its growth, and of the men who nurtured it. Typically, the barley was changed over the years by the distilling company because they looked for yields, for maximum output of alcohol from a given ton or given pound sterling paid for barley. So it was everything about getting as much out of the barley as possible. So this is it. 50% ABV, quite strong, not colored, non-chill filtered, distilled, matured and bottled, unchill filtered and colouring free at Bruichladdich Distillery, Isle of Islay, Scotland. It's our mission to pursue the ultimate pedigree, provenance and traceability of our raw materials, chief of which is our barley, and to push the boundaries of the concept of terroir in artisanal single malt whiskey. There are people in the trade who say barley doesn't matter. It's all about yeasts, the shape of the stills, of the pot stills, the duration of fermentation, and of course the maximum is from the cask. So I personally believe there is an influence from the barley, but it is not a very big one. There is one, but not too big. My personal opinion. Strong alcohol, very strong, and a very light single malt whiskey. Flowers, some heather, spices, but not from the cask, but from the distillery character. And after some time, a fruitiness arises. Like melon, these green, yellow, greenish melon flesh. Not the honey melons, not the red melons, but these in between. And there shall be some pineapple. No. And a hint of cinnamon I also do not find. Let's have a first sip. Lots of alcohol, a light character, some oakiness appearing, but not too strong. Little sweetness on the tongue. And the aftertaste quite long. Yeah. The alcohol is driving the aromas into your tongue, so they stay longer. And it's definitely American oak. And in the second nose, there's more fruit. And perhaps, and a little bit of vanilla. Yep. And with a little water, it should bring out more fruity aromas, as always, if you dilute a whiskey. Yeah, lighter, fruity. More fruity. Some grapes, perhaps. melon is becoming stronger. Perhaps a little bit of pineapple, not too much. And no cinnamon, no. You have to be careful not to dilute too much, because the very light distillery character is becoming lighter and lighter until you're no longer able to taste anything, but the nose is becoming stronger. Yeah, so it's not that cheap. It's quite expensive. It's one of very few available single malt whiskies from the distillery of Bruichladdich, and we hope that in autumn 2014 there will be more of different expressions from the Bruichladdich distillery. Thank you for watching Whisky.com. Stay tuned and give me your thumbs up.